Hello, my name is Shiyan. I'm a PhD candidate at the University of Durham in the United Kingdom. The paper that I will be presenting today is titled Aristotle's Account of Eudemonia and the Defense of Altruism. There are several topics we will mention today, as you can see it on the screen. However, what I would like to primarily focus on is the self-interest motivation of pursuing eudaimonia and the altruistic effects of giving a basic elaboration of what is a happy life. Now, let's move to the happy life first. Aristotle mentioned every planned exercise or choice of human being meant some good. The good here means the reason why people like to do so, or what kind of things they may get by doing so. For example, we need to eat food for being active or survive on the earth, which is for being employed and productive. For some people, it is for making money, while some people may aim at winning some applause from the public, or at some interactions or collaborations with the outside world. And all of those things also need a very basic and essential support, which is a healthy body. Here we can see each activity can be a single one, but it can also be the end of another activity. And this is how we live on Earth. I believe all of us are putting our best foot forward, creating a better life in our own understanding, or things we have done for it. That's why Aristotle says, eudaimonia, the superior good for life. And further demonstrating eudaimonia, Aristotle introduced a concept of a unique function of a human being, that is rationality, and that is how we can practice to lead for our eudaimonia. Well, he said, if a person who wants to have a happy life, that means he or she definitely needs to function it, otherwise there will be less possibility. Honestly speaking, this account sparked a fierce critic and the opponent argued all kinds of things have their own function. For example, a bottle opener has a unique function to open a bottle. The unique function we have, the rationality, only means we can be rational. But I can't see any kind of relation to eudaimonia. It seems like irrelevant, and there's something missing here. Well, I think the person who makes some statement about this obviously misunderstood the Aristotle statement. What Aristotle would like to argue is more about we function it, and the more original that we will be. And when we become the original person, we can say that we achieve a sort of excellence about the activity of being original. Imagine a craftsman who can make furniture very well. All products made by this person are extremely popular. People may pride that this person is a good craftsman, or this person really does a job very well. Here, the meaning for people's demonstration is an emphasis about the person owns a kind of unique virtue of the activity that he or she does. Similarly, when we have the excellence of being original, we can say we have the virtue of doing such a thing. We are doing a part of our soul. As Aristotle says, that's why happiness is an activity of the soul in accordance with virtue. Doing well to living well, that is the meaning of happy life. If we want to live in a good way, that is a very critical element. It is friendship that are criticized by Aristotle as the greatest external good in pursuing eudaimonia, because friendship exhibits an extension to others from the relationship one has with ourselves. We instinctively relate in a land to what we do to ourselves or regard them as another version of ourselves. Therefore, friends are those who we do the good things for their own sake, but also whom we ask for something in return, so that we could have an equal condition. We do which then well-being for ourselves, but less in part because we want to get something back. If so, some critics may assert there is no real friendship, but only ourselves, which is all about us. Well, I would like to say humans' intentions are extremely complex As human clan, many people's evident motives and intentions are frequently and unconsciously hidden and blinded with other thoughts about ourselves. Therefore, making friends are acceptable to be caused by the blended motive, the self-interest, and the other concerns. Nevertheless, some people may concerned it is agitating the love to ourselves, and it will finally lead to endless competition and growth. Well, I would like to say yes, but no. Love is a kind of the greatest virtue on earth. The one who can love themselves is also to have a way for the person to be educated about how to love, which is a kind of development of ability. Only in this way could people extend this love become the understanding and care for others geniusly. For example, if there's a little girl who's going to fall down the street, I guess the most people will hold her in case that happens. Why? Because we know how hard it will be by experiencing the similar things before, so we don't want her to try it. Or for some people, there's no reason, they just want to protect her. All of these are from the virtue of love, the real one to others. Even people may say that we are taking advantage of our friends to meet what we need. Yes, it could be said so. Admittedly, the making friends is for having some companions or something else. Life inevitably needs such instrumental value. But it doesn't mean that when your friends come to you because they're very sad, you will think more than about how you like to be, rather than thinking whether you are good or not. So that is how friendship works. We care and are cared by friends. We just all from the sincerely love. So self-love is the end will to be the love to the originality for guiding us to become a better person, so that we can narrow the gap between others. Then each of us will have learned the necessary goods of the Eudemonia. So, as Aristotle said, the concern to others, it's a pathway to Eudemonia. And when this day comes, our welfare becomes a kind of component of our happiness, and our well-being is also a part of their happiness. There will be a society where every individual is cared to be in this state of eudaimonia. Then common well-being is achieved. And this is the reference. That is the context of this presentation. Thank you for listening.